Hello, beautiful people. It's me, Yvette, again. Hi, it's Testimonial Tuesday. And so I'm here today. And today we're going to talk about fornication. Yes, fornication. I know that's something interesting to talk about. And so I'm going to tell you about my testimony of fornication. So, first, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment below and we can have a conversation if you would like. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself first, and then I'll tell you what happened to me this last couple weeks ago. Well, first I started fornicating when I was at a very young age, 14 to 15 years old, and then I met someone at 17 and we were together for 23 years. So we never had a problem for sexual. Sexual was something I enjoyed, he enjoyed, and I've enjoyed it all my life. So it's something that I really loved. His family was very into the church, very religious, and they always wanted us to get married because we were sinning against God. But we were not into the church. They were into the church. And God didn't have it that way. So we never got married, but we stayed together and raised two beautiful children, and we enjoyed life to the fullest the entire time. So when God called me, I told you, like Abraham, he called me and I came to California. And so I met a guy immediately when I came, and I fornicated immediately because that's what I knew. That's all I knew, and sexual things was never an issue for me. Well, once God started showing me different blessings and doing different things for me, my desires kind of just changed, and I was like, that's just not where I'm at. So that dissolved. And then I met 4 different guys, and they're great guys. Some like going to jazz festivals and fish fries and camping. Some like the beach and dinners. Some like the exquisite dinners and going to different places that's really exquisite places. Some was into the Grammys, and so I was able to live the best life ever in California. I've had a wonderful time, and life was truly wonderful. This is all prior to me going to church. And so, but I didn't have no sexual anything with any of them. We just had a really great time together, period. And so, since then I ended up going to church and everything. And so that was just because fornication, and that's when I realized fornication was my cardinal sin, because it was something I really liked. I enjoyed it. I didn't have a problem with it. So I said, oh, this is just who I am, and there's nothing wrong with it. And then as I was at church and listening and just knowing, I said, okay, no sex until I'm married. Period. I wouldn't care. So I've had guys that's been my friends that I hung out with. I had roommates that was guys. I've lived with guys. Guys, I love guys. Me and guys are really cool. So I am really the cool girlfriend for a guy. And so without fornicating. And so that's how life has been for me for the last 15 years. And so they haven't even tried anything, because I told them until I get married, I'm not having sex, because whoever get me, they got the best. So, because that's not an issue for me. So that has never been my problem. Well, 15 years later, I have not met anyone who even sparked my interest to make me say, oh my gosh. So I went to a party, a professional photographer's party. So I get to the party, and it's all types of celebrities and famous people there and different people. We're having a really wonderful time, and this guy walks in. He's my type. He looks my type. He acts my type. He's everything that the kind of guys that I used to talk to back in my former years was. And he's the first guy I've met that was like that since I've been here. The other guys have been really cool or whatever, but they just hadn't sparked me. So he walks in. I was like, oh my gosh. But he walks in and say, oh my gosh, where have you been? Who are you? Because everyone else kind of knew each other. They've seen each other at parties. They've been around each other. But I'm not in the industry. I'm basically new to California because the only thing I've done since I've been here outside of the guys was go to church. So my life has been totally non-people. I haven't been around people that much. So I'm around all these people and we're having such a wonderful time. And he walks in and was like, oh my gosh, where have you been? I'm thinking, where have you been? So he comes and he talks to me and I'm asking him what he does. And he said, I'm a porn star. I laughed. I said, of course. And I'm celibate. And so he laughed and we laughed because that was a good laugh. And so we continued to talk. And so, but he wouldn't leave me alone. I said, okay, let me go wash my hands to eat. He needs to come in there and wash his hands with mine. I go to sit down. He needs to sit next to me. Everywhere I moved, he moved. Everywhere, anyone I talked to, he came and interrupted. He made sure that he was not letting me out his sight or his presence at any time. And so we were outside talking and the photographer comes out and the photographer says, don't get involved with him because he's a playboy. He has lots of girls. They all know about each other. They all line up. They know what it is and they don't complain at all. I laughed because he had already told me. I know him. I know his type. He's suave and I already knew. So that was kind of funny that, he said that, but I didn't say anything. I laughed. My girlfriend, who I came with, she said, don't deal with him. He is such a playboy. And so, and I knew, like he had already told me. He was like, listen, I'm older now, he said, and he told me what he did and how, he was like, but I really want to settle down with somebody. He said, you perfect, like you're the perfect fit or whatever. So we did exchange numbers and things. So, and I had a wonderful time at the event. So he was like, when your friend drop you off to your car, call me and you can come over and we could just talk. Well, I said, okay. Well, I get to my car and I was like, I'm not going because I don't want to put myself in a predicament that I'll be angry with myself and myself later. And so I called him and I told him, I said, I'm not going to be able to make it. And so then he was like, oh, okay. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, my daughter was going out of town for a weekend and I had the babies. So I said, I'm not going to be able to come this weekend because I'm watching my grandchildren. And then after that week, I was so tired from running around with the children. My body was aching, so I didn't go the next couple of days. So since then, I just feel like God put a blocker on it. Like, hold on. Y'all need to communicate a lot more because I did not clean you up this much for you to destroy it overnight or for any terms. So I feel right now that God has blocked it from me because that's not something that he has in store for me. But I'll let you follow up later and I'll let you know how it goes. But right now, he's been calling and he can't wait to see me. He doesn't want whatever was going on then to end. So, but God has put a blocker for me for different circumstances that honestly I couldn't see him at this present time. So I will continue to let you know what happens, but I know I'm not going to fornicate because I said until my king comes and my husband comes, I'm not doing it. So we'll see if he's the one or not. So thank you for listening and God bless you. You have a wonderful week. Peace, love, and blessings as always. And please like, subscribe, comment, share. And I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. It's Yvette. Bye. Love you.